What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are inside of my 1978 Ford Courier project truck called Old Red for now, but sooner or later Old Red is gonna get a new name because he's getting upgraded really quickly, quicker than I expected, because currently we're redoing the entire wiring harness. The entire wiring harness is just a gobbledygook garbage. So I'm currently cutting out plugs that we're gonna keep and pulling the rest of this garbage out. So I'll see you soon. Earlier today I was working on cutting the wiring harness out of my truck, and here's the wiring harness from the truck. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been almost a month. Bit of an update from what you last saw, which was we got the wiring harness out of the truck, and I've cleaned up the steering column a little bit. Nothing major. I took it apart, took the mechanisms out that we're not going to be using because we're doing a new harness from scratch completely. What I did want to address is the way that the wiring is going to be set up. I do have a diagram that I'm going to throw up on screen right here. This is how everything is going to be laid out, from the power source, from the battery, to the solenoid, to the key, to the fuse box, to everything being completely wired into this truck the right way instead of how it was the last time. I think I said the last time that it was gobbledygook garbage, and that's what it was. It was just a total disaster. It was a rat's nest of just crap. When we cut into that wiring harness, it was just the way they set the fuse box up was completely backwards, and not a lot of stuff worked in the truck to begin with. So we're hoping to fix all of that with the new wiring and everything, so we can continue this build. Back to an earlier portion of what I said about me cleaning up the column. I did take a lot of the things off of this steering column mechanism that were used for the blinkers, the hazards, the headlights, and such like that. It's literally just an empty shell now. There's no components left inside. I will show it to you here in just a moment, but I want to explain why I did this. I did it because I think it's going to present a cleaner look, because we are running a switch panel for all of those things now, and for the turn signal, three-way switch that is going to be mounted in the panel that I make for this truck. As far as the headlights go, I'm doing an old school style Mustang pull switch for the headlights, for the low and then high, and then completely off. The low is also going to control the daytime running lights. There's going to be a dimmer switch included in the fuse panel, and I took everything out of this. It was really simple once I figured out how it needed to come off, and then everything needed to be completely taken out. The only thing that I did not manage to get out is the actual lever for the headlight high and low, along with the turn signals and the windshield wiper mechanism, which is what you just heard click by me rotating it. So let me show you what this thing looks like, and then we'll get into a more depth explanation. This is what I disassembled. The inside is completely hollowed out. There's no mechanism left. This right here is where the hazard button switch went. You just pulled it to engage it and pushed it to turn it off, or it was the other way around, one of the two. This is obviously the blinkers and the old actuator for the high and low, to activate high and low on your headlights. I completely took everything out of here. This is also where the switch right here in this slot, this is where the headlight switch would have been. If I could English today, that'd be great. But yeah, I took everything apart. This piece on the back does come off of this plastic piece. It's just held in by two screws in this housing. This is clamps onto the column itself to hold everything in place. I'm working on an older model vehicle. I'm working on a 78 model truck. I don't know if any other truck models came with this style of column and clasp, but I know mine does. So, granted, this truck has been worked on before. I'm just undoing everything that the other people have done. So that is the little tidbit about the column that I wanted to throw in from earlier in this episode. Just if y'all were wondering, I wanted to cover it, and that'd be that. Now, in the previous video that has already been uploaded to the channel, we were talking about the shop, and I said that I had some things that I didn't want to spoil for anybody yet. This truck will not have a radio, but it will have music. Some of you are probably thinking, what do you mean? Let's jump to the house and I will show you real quick. Probably wondering what I mean when I say the truck isn't gonna have a radio. Well, but it's gonna have music. Let me show you. I have here a Drock Bluetooth module board. I also have a Drock amplifier board. Now, this beautiful thing is going to be wired into a fused DC 12 volt source. This is also going to be fused accessory, just like this, 12 volt source. They're both going to share the same ground. This receives the input signal from the Bluetooth from my phone, transfers it to this, where then this outputs the source to the speakers in the truck. So it's a nifty little setup. I can hide this anywhere I want. I've already got a spot picked out for it in the truck. The next thing for this is when we do the wiring is to get this in place, figure out a box for this, and mount it. It's going to be a really nifty little setup. It's going to be nice. It's going to be neat. And where the radio goes, this is where the fuse is, where the not the fuse panel, but the switch panel is going to go for the headlights, turn signals, hazards, and stuff like that. So where the radio used to go, that's going to be plated off, and it's going to have switches there now. So it's going to be nice and clean, a little neat. But when the wiring gets here, that's when we'll pick this video up. So see you then.